Greetings, Divines. Recently, I watched a show on YouTube. It was Iyanla Fix My Life. I'm Queen Nkwamarie, Jenny Kwanganga. As a Congo queen, spiritual leader, and holistic wellness authority, I bridge the gap for the African diaspora with their ancestral roots. And I help you harmonize your mind, body, spirit, and soul, as well as support Black women to align with their true divine selves. I don't know why this popped up because, as you all know, it seems like they keep sending me the same type of things down, my YouTube feed and all the other feeds. It's like once they see you click on one thing, then they just keep sending you the same type of stuff. So I wasn't looking for this. I don't know how it popped up. But the interesting thing is I decided to watch it. And this particular show with Iyanla was a session or episode with LisaRaye. So I want to talk about this particular episode in this show because now I'm intrigued by how online or very like celebrity, what do you call these? Counselors, celebrity therapists are working, and I like to see the background and how it also connects to the work that I'm doing, how I can see parallels with what I've learned and what I've shared with clients. So I thought this was a good show for me to talk about, really. Now, I'm not one of those people that follow Iyanla a lot. I want to speak about the fact that if you don't know, Iyanla is a priestess. She's a Yoruba priestess. She has openly and publicly spoke about that. So I love that about her. I love that she's showing the world that not only is she a priestess, she is doing her work, she's following her calling, her purpose, and she's doing a great job. I love on the show they did a couple of close-up shots, and you can see her Ifa Ide that she had on, that a lot of us wear, but she, they showed that a close-up, and I liked seeing that. So it's a few things about this show that I thought was interesting. Oh, and one other thing I want to say is her name, Iyanla. I've found people that don't know that it actually is just a title. That's not really her name. Iyanla is Iyanla. Iya means mother. They call me Iya. They call a lot of priestesses Iya. It's a Yoruba word for mother, and Inla means big, like huge. So Iyanla means the big mother. So yeah, for people who are just getting into understanding a little bit more about traditional African spiritual systems, she is a celebrity person that is openly practicing these systems and actually helping others with it. So with the show, she's counseling and she's helping LisaRaye through some things. Apparently this was the second, or maybe I don't know if they had more than that, but they had already had previous shows where she was working with LisaRaye and her daughter and her mother. Some of the things I noticed that was good is I want to commend LisaRaye because she seems to be a person that, even though she has fame, she's popular. In this episode, I can tell like she's really trying to do a lot of inner work, and that means a lot because it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much power, how much popularity, how much fame. None of that means anything when you're battling and you're dealing with so much internally. You're dealing with so many childhood issues. You're not happy. She's a pretty woman, and I've seen her where she's very grounded. I need to look up her sign to see if she's one of my earth signs, but she's very grounded, and she's openly said like, yes, I know I'm attractive, I know I'm pretty, but she doesn't like float around in that. She's very grounded, and I like that about LisaRaye. I always like the fact that she wears all white. I have heard that she might be initiated or practice some form of African spiritual system as well. Not sure about that, but wearing white is one of the things that we do. So I noticed that I've been noticing that for years. I mean, over 20 years that she's been wearing all white. So that's awesome with LisaRaye. But yeah, I noticed her facial expressions a lot. She was really trying to figure out some of the things that Iyanla was saying. So the funny thing about Iyanla is that she's more dramatic to me than some of the people that she's counseling. It's like she can go over the top, and I don't know if she does that on purpose for the show or if she just does it because that's her personality, but it's entertaining. So let's get into some things that I felt Iyanla did a good job with bringing to the forefront for LisaRaye that a lot of black women deal with, or women, people in general. But I'm gonna stick with black women, that a lot of black women deal with. So you could tell that LisaRaye was puzzled in a lot of ways, but she did her homework. She went back, she reviewed, she studied, and she was really trying to find her way in understanding. So you can tell she wasn't trying to be combative. In some ways, she really was puzzled. She was confused. But what Iyanla was trying to do was she was bringing LisaRaye to the awareness that many of the issues that she was having with her family members was a reflection of herself, and she was keeping her from deflecting it to other people. So we do that a lot. People in general, we do that a lot. You know, when you're having a conflict, you're having confrontation with someone, it's always, well, this person did this, that, and the other. That person said this to me. They caused this to happen. And because that's just the way that as human beings, how we operate, we see ourselves separate. We are now coming into this form where the frequency of the earth is changing, the universe, we're coming into understanding more. Our consciousness is evolving, and so many of us understand that we're all connected. Whether we feel that way or not, we are all connected. So what Iyanla did was she helped LisaRaye understand that the issues that she was having with her family members was a reflection of herself. They are a mirror of her. So everyone that we come in contact with on a personal level is a mirror of us. Your husband, your wife, your daughter, your son, your mom, your dad, you know, the close people, your interactions and your connection with them, how that transpires in your life is a reflection of your energy. So if you find that you're having arguments and fights with multiple people, even, you know, outside of family, your friends, then what LisaRaye said in the show, which I love that she was able to figure that out. She said, I realized that I'm the common denominator. You have to look at things, take yourself out of it sometimes and look at it from the outside and see, okay, if you're the common denominator and you're seeing that you're arguing with all these people. So LisaRaye, little back information on that is that she had a recent conflict with her sister, the brat. She had some issues with her mom and having some issues with her daughter. So she realized that she was the common denominator in the confrontation or the conflicts that she was having. Not that it's like, who's to blame for this? It's not about the blame. It's about the fact that what is going on with this energy. So LisaRaye had to come to realization that she was carrying a lot of animosity within her own energetic field. It was creating this conflict amongst her family members with her. So what I would like to add to that is that when you shift and you change your energy, you will start to see the energetic frequency, the connection, the experiences change with the people that you are having these encounters with. You will see it change when you change. So work on you, elevate your frequency, your vibration, and then watch those things change in your life. So that was good that they talked about that. one thing that Iyanla pointed out to LisaRaye was that she said that your daughter is who you were, your sister is who you are, and your mom is who you are becoming. So that was another like mirror identity technique that she did to help LisaRaye see her connection with the different women in her family and her, you know, her family members. LisaRaye also talked about, or they discussed a little bit, maybe they did this in the previous show more, but they discussed a good bit about how her relationship with her father was a pattern that she saw with her relationship with her husband, her ex-husband, I'm assuming. So she saw some patterns there, that her father cheated and her husband cheated. She was dealing with some of that. So again, it's that parallel. It's like, okay, why is this a pattern? How can I break this? What's going on in my subconscious? What's going on in my energetic field that I need to shift so I don't keep seeing these patterns with the men in my life? So that was wonderful. They touched on some really good things, and again, I felt like LisaRaye was very open. I didn't feel like she was acting. I feel like she was experiencing a real encounter with this therapy. Iyanla, she's funny. She's funny. I guess that's the best. I'm just gonna leave it like that. She's funny to me in some of the things, but I think that they could have did a little bit better with the set production. So they had LisaRaye look at these stairs, and Iyanla was telling her they had each stair identified with some term to help her understand that these were the valleys that she had to go through in life to get to her throne. And they had a queen's throne at the top of the stairway, and it was just a very narrow stairway, and the signs that they had for the conditions and the things she needed to work through, the little flowers that they gave her at the end. They gave her a crown, and they had her sit on the seat of the throne. It just seemed like it was just like, I don't know, they could have did a little bit better with the aesthetics of the set production to make that look a little more like they didn't just do it. It kind of looked like somebody just went and brought some things from Michael's and Hobby Lobby and put it together real quick. The throne was cute and nice, the crown was nice, but they gave her like a vase of flowers at the end to represent, I guess, her crowning and her crown or whatnot. It was just some of those things just seemed like they could have did a little bit better. But hey, I don't work on the set, so I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion for the sake of us talking about the show. Yes, so to bring it full circle, I think the main thing was that they showed that this inner work is a journey, and Lisa was doing her work. She was on her journey. She's evolving. I feel like because she's showing this, she's going to get there. She's probably already there, but her doing that inner work, she's doing work for not just herself, but her entire family. And even if she's experiencing conflict with family members still currently, they're going to have to change because she's changing. And if they don't change, then they're not going to be around her. But I think it shows she's a great role model and representation for her daughter, and her granddaughter, that they can see the work that she's doing and carry that type of work on in their lives as well. So great effort, great work, and we can all learn from that type of energy, because I'm not a celebrity per se. I'm not, one of those people, but I can only imagine. I always think spiritually that they are hit with even more negative spiritual attack energies pulling at them, energy vampires. They're hit with a million times more than we are, because they're constantly in the public eye. So for a person on a level of being seen often, you have to do a lot of work. You have to do a lot of spiritual work to keep yourself cleansed. You have to do a lot of mental work, mindfulness, and inner work, therapy. You know, if you are that type of person, you know, to keep yourself grounded, and it, to me, again, it shows that Lisa is not just wanting this for herself, but she's wanting to see her family improve. So that was wonderful. I recommend checking that episode out if you haven't.